You can find me at beverlyhillshypnotherapist.com. I'm the founder of Master the Mind, Hypnotherapy and Executive Coaching. And Patricia, thank you so much for inviting me here today to speak to the group. It's wonderful that you're doing a self-care and leadership group, and so much of self-care today is about just taking a moment to stop and appreciate the journey of what life is and how far each of us has already come and how much we've already accomplished, and just taking a moment to get a sense of that and sit in appreciation and gratitude for the blessings in our lives. Where we put our attention and focus is where our thoughts and emotions tend to flow. And so what we resist persists. And often what we can do is make a conscious choice to make a shift or change in our lives. But what holds us back are subconscious patterns that are automatic, that we've carried with us, often since childhood. And often those life scripts or automatic patterns are stories that we told ourselves as children that become our belief system and our value system, and they may not be applicable anymore. In fact, they may not serve us anymore. And so what I wanted to talk about today, just for a few minutes, is that journey of being able to go beyond, maybe even go above, and get a different vantage point and a different perspective about our journey, and allowing that different perspective and different vantage point to create a shift in the subconscious, to create an alternative path that allows us to give choice and make a different decision. And every time we make that different decision, that neural pathway in the brain becomes more firm, more cemented, almost like a trail in a forest. The more you hike down it, the more solid and noticeable it becomes. And so that allows that old pattern that no longer serves to kind of become less used, less traveled, and this new path that we're forging become the go-to state. And I've used this many times in my own life with great success, and have been having wonderful success with clients, giving different tools to allow for this exploration and discovery journey within their own subconscious, because we all have within us all the resources that we need to be able to create choice and choices that bring us closer to where we want to be, that put us facing the right direction in our lives in terms of our goals and dreams. And if you can't even imagine it, how could you possibly manifest it? And so hypnosis and hypnotherapy is very powerful because it's all about utilizing those tools of the imagination and the subconscious to work for us rather than against us, and utilizing that wisdom for our own self-development and for our own growth. And specifically for today's topic, the idea of self-care and self-love and appreciation, just giving ourselves the space to recognize that we are on a journey. And sometimes for every 2 steps forward, there's 3 steps back. And that those waves of life are just part of the process. And that that's okay. And as long as there's always that forward motion, that growth is happening, and trusting the process, knowing that we're moving forward. Okay, and so with that, welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Michal Margolese. I'm a certified hypnotherapist and Master the Mind Hypnotherapy. You can find me at beverlyhillshypnotherapist.com. Thank you so much, Patricia and Clarissa, for inviting me today. And I would love for you to now join me for a little hypno journey. This should not be done if you are driving or in any type of situation where you're dealing with heavy machinery. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and relax. So please make sure that you're in a safe space to do that. Or you can tune in later and watch the replay. Okay. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, so with that, if you could sit back and relax, start taking in a couple of nice deep breaths. Breath in through your nose, hold it for 4 seconds, and out through the mouth. Once again, we're focusing on our breathing now, breathing in through the nose, holding it for 4 seconds, and breathing out through the mouth. Good. And just as you're focusing on your breathing, noticing a feeling of heaviness in the eyes and a desire to allow them to close. Noticing the support of whatever you're sitting or laying on, how that steady support beneath your body is bringing with it a sense of comfort and relaxation. And just imagining a wave of warm comfort moving from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, noticing any areas of tension in your body and sending healing light and energy into those spots now, allowing them to be released and relaxed and shifting into a state of comfort and relaxation and warmth. And in just a moment, I'm going to count down from 5 to 0. And with each count, repeat the number in your head and imagine that you're able to double that sense of calm and relaxation with every number as I count it. At 5, releasing and relaxing. At 4, relaxing you even more. 3 is an emotional calm. 2, drifting deeper and deeper down. 1, opening the door to the subconscious and the imagination. And 0 is deep, calm. And each and every time I suggest the words deep, calm to you for the purposes of hypnosis and with your permission, you will enter this state quickly and calmly, and the physical body will relax. Good, that's right. And with each breath in and out, you're allowing the conscious mind to drift and go into that idle state, giving yourself permission for the subconscious to take in all of the positives of this journey. I want you to use that incredible mind of yours to imagine or visualize yourself now walking through a most magnificently lush forest, and you're noticing all the colors of the vegetation, and off in the distance you hear water, and as you follow that sound, the path opens up to a beautiful pool of glistening, clear water. And as you follow your eyes around the pool, you see a waterfall so high, falling, cascading down into the pool. And you see a beautiful bench carved into the rock that's calling you. And you move over to the bench to sit down. And it's a very large pool. And you notice how the waterfall falling creates ripples in the pool. But where you're sitting at the edge, the water is actually calm and still. And noticing the reflection now in the pool. And as you notice the reflections, you begin to reflect about yourself and your future, your hopes and your dreams and what you want to accomplish. Notice what you notice about that reflection. And as you do, look up towards the top of the falls. Notice how high they sit and how they cascade down. The sound of the water sounds so refreshing. And there's a nice cool breeze. You can feel the sun on your skin. and hear the sounds of the forest and the smell of the fresh forest air. The colors popping all around you. And a feeling of safety and peace and harmony being in this beautiful place. And so as you look up again towards the top of the falls, you notice you have a desire to climb, to overcome, to go beyond and above the waterfall. Can you do it? Yes, you can. Before you do, take a moment to consider the support of the loved ones in your life, family, friends, community. Think of those you love and just take a moment to sit in appreciation and in gratitude for the blessing of love in your life. As you integrate that support and love, take another moment to consider the things that you feel proud of, the things that you've already achieved and overcome. That's right. You've been through so much. Give yourself permission to take in that appreciation and self-love for your own growth and development and accomplishments along this journey that we call life. Allow it to integrate into every cell and molecule of your body. Allow it to cocoon you in that warm embrace. Imagine your favorite color now and imagine it moving all around you and all through you. Allowing that sense of self-love to enter and penetrate everywhere where it's needed. Good. You're doing great. And with that, you're ready for the climb. Now the climb may be risky. It's a new path, a new discovery. But you're ready. You're ready to explore and learn and grow. Thinking back of all those obstacles in your life you've already overcome and getting a sense and a knowing that you can do this. You're ready for a change. You're ready for a new perspective. Are you not? Taking one step at a time, noticing how you're beginning to speed up as you recognize how steady and sure-footed you feel as you explore and discover this new trail. Climbing up higher and higher, feeling better and better on this journey of exploration and discovery. And before you know it, you did it. You're behind the falls. You found a way through. And you're now looking through the cascading falls. Sheets of water between you and the forest below. And as you look down over the pool beneath you and the stream that winds its way through the forest, your entire perspective shifts. From this vantage point, notice how things look very different. Looking through the water, everything looks totally different, doesn't it? As you ponder this and consider the impact of looking at things through the water, you notice behind you steps leading up and out from the space behind the falls. And you know you're ready to climb even further. So one step at a time, you climb higher and higher until you emerge at the top. Once again, notice how things look really different from up here. You're up in the open air, feeling the sun on your skin again and noticing that cool, healing breeze. Hearing the water splashing all the way down below. Smelling that fresh forest air. And feeling that sense of accomplishment for climbing all the way through and above this challenge. Notice how you feel having found your way, having achieved your goal, having shifted your perspective. And take a moment now to sit in thanksgiving, in gratitude for your infinite potential and power. Noticing everything you need right here, right now. Taking in just what's right for you to utilize in your daily living, to take you through, beyond and above any obstacles you may face. And in just a moment, it's going to be time to come up and out of the state of trance with a wonderful sense of well-being. And as I count up from 0 to 5 with each count, allow these feelings of love and thanksgiving to settle into the deepest part of your being. At 0, deep, calm, always drifting deeper. At 1, it's time to close the door to the subconscious and the imagination. And with a deep breath in, reinforcing all the positives of this journey here today. Seeing yourself climbing back down that staircase into that cavern behind the falls. Looking through that water. At 2, blocking you from any and all negatives, like oil on water. Cocooning you in this sense of self-love and thanksgiving. At 3, making that climb down back to the forest floor. Remembering not to forget to remember that these lessons are yours to keep. And trusting that the subconscious knows just how to manifest the shift that's necessary for you. At 4, coming back slowly into your body, remembering where you've placed yourself. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. And 5, in your own time, opening your eyes, taking in a nice deep breath with that wonderful sense of well-being and wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, full of wonder, thanksgiving, and love. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for coming on that journey with me. It was a pleasure to be here and to explore a little bit about self-care and gratitude, especially with Thanksgiving just around the corner. Once again, my name is Michal Margolese. I'm a certified hypnotherapist with Master the Mind Hypnotherapy. You can find me at beverlyhillshypnotherapist.com. And Patricia and Clarissa, thank you so much for having me. Always a pleasure, and wishing everybody the most wonderful day, recognizing our own skills, talents, and infinite potential. Blessings, and see you next time.